Ever meet someone that left a lifelong impression on you? Or maybe meet someone and think, what the hell? Well, I have on many times, and I'm sure people have thought the same about me. But today, I thought I'd share with you one of my times. Welcome to my podcast, Chaotic Harmony. I am your host, Angela Schultz. I thought I'd entertain you all with my experience meeting my husband's mother. I will be sharing with you some very intimate things about myself that are extremely embarrassing, but I kind of have to because that's exactly how I met her. So, I met my husband up, well, we were dating at the time, so met my boyfriend up at the club 45, and I wanted to go out for a few drinks with him. And when he drinks, he gets a little handsy. Okay, scratch that. He gets majorly handsy to the point where he's giving me all those sweet nothings in my ear. And I call it the white guy drunk dance, where he's behind me, dry humping my back, not knowing how to dance at all. And when he's sober, he definitely doesn't know how to dance. So that's why I call it the white guy drunk dance. Give him a few drinks, and he's dancing behind you like he knows what he's doing, but he doesn't. And he's kissing my neck and whispering things into my ear, and I'm just like, bring me home now. So he did, and he lived with his mother's boyfriend that he does call his stepdad. And he calls him his stepdad for many reasons, but one of them is he's been in his life for an extremely long time, and he is a really good man. Um, so he had the entire upstairs to himself, which I thought was pretty cool. He was going through the separation of to his first wife at the time, and so I wasn't gonna judge him for that. I mean, I was a single mom. I understand. So we get to his place, and he takes me by the hand and kind of guides me through the house because obviously I don't know where I'm going. And we walk into the living room, and it's dark, very dark because it's closing time, bar time, so around 2. And it was so dark in there, so I couldn't really see anything anyway, but I knew for sure we weren't hitting anything, and we were walking right in the middle of the living room. And then he opens up this door that goes straightly upstairs. When we finally get to his room, I felt like all time had stopped. I cannot express to you enough. It literally felt like all time had stopped. Our clothes came off, and boom, nothing else mattered at that time. I'm not known to be quiet during the day. So why would I change that at night? P.S. My kids hate that. But anyway, it was a very intense night, and we literally couldn't get enough of each other. And then we stopped and we needed something to drink. So I was like, "Ugh, I'm not going to drink water." He had water in his room. I'm like, I'm not going to drink water. So we go downstairs and to get some fluids. And I've never been in this house before, so he follows me. And as I open that door that leads to the living room, I see this air mattress on the floor. And it definitely wasn't there before. So I'm not understanding what I'm seeing right now. Everything is dark, and we're trying to sneak past it. Tony is acting like it's nothing, like it's been there before. Me, I'm like, what the hell? And then this voice comes from the blankets. Damn! I thought the ceiling fan was going to fall on my head. Oh my god! In my mind, I I couldn't. I was just blank. How fucking embarrassing! I didn't even know anybody was home, for one. And the air mattress was directly under Tony's room. And I promise you it wasn't there when I first arrived there. I nervously giggle as I apologize for any noise she may have heard, which I'm sure she heard everything. Actually, I know because she told me. Tony and I make our way to the fridge, and I didn't hear anything behind me. And we grab a few sodas, and As soon as that door of the fridge shuts, there she is, standing there, looking all annoyed. This woman I have never seen before. She introduces herself as Tony's mom, Joan, and I politely say, "Nice to meet you. I'm Angie." Her arms were crossed, standing right in front of me, coming off extremely intimidating. And then she says these words: "You must be that girl Tony came home talking about." I whip my head over at Tony and I look at him and he shrugs. He doesn't know what's going on. He's drunk. Let's be honest. "You help me out. I thought I was peeing myself this whole time till Tony comes home saying he met and slept with a woman that squirts." And that's my embarrassing moment. I hear, "I was drunk. I don't know what I said." Okay, what the hell? Why are you kissing and telling? And not only that, why is he kissing and telling his mom? Nobody on this earth should have known that. And I'm only sharing it with you because if anybody knows my mother-in-law, Joan, then you know that I'm a squirter because she tells everybody. So I was completely embarrassed. I don't even know how to respond to this. I'm just sitting there like, why? Why does this stuff always have to happen to me? And I just looked at her like, I can't believe he told you or anyone. Like, this is so embarrassing. She goes, "Don't be embarrassed. You helped me. I seriously thought I was peeing on the guy until now." And as Joan is saying this and coming up with more, Tony started to leave the room. He just left me there. And I'm like, no. You need to come back over here. We need to have this conversation. And he's like, "Nope." And then I had to go. I had to leave also. I could not believe it. So we got back upstairs. And after I scolded him a whole bunch, and I'm positive he doesn't remember because he was drunk, we went and fell asleep. So then I was just going to stay there and sleep a little bit and then, make my way home in the morning because he had to work the next day. So I slept, and then all of a sudden I wake up to my name being yelled. "Angie! Angie!" And I'm like, who the fuck is that? And why are they calling my name, And I'm thinking it's an emergency. So I get dressed real quickly. I follow the sound until it leads me to a closed door. Yes. And then that door opens and there stood Tony's mother in her birthday suit. Very naked. What the fuck was I looking at? I mean, honestly, what am I doing here? Why did she call my name? I just met her hours ago. And she straight up embarrassed me hours ago. And now I'm standing in front of her. And she is naked as fuck. And then I realized no wonder why Tony didn't ditch me on our first date. This is his normal. He lives with crazy. So he is okay dating crazy. And thank you, Joan, because I appreciates that. And then I just go look at her and I'm like, I am so sorry, thinking that I, intruded on her. And I try to shut the door and she stops the door from shutting and hands me these 2 white square patches while still naked, looking at me. And I'm trying to get away and she's not even trying to cover up. Now here, I have had a hard time putting these on in the right spot. Can you put these on for me? And then she turns her backside to me. Lady, I just met you. Is this how everyone meets their parents? I'm literally, this is a joke. Because I've seen her naked longer than my own mother in my entire life at this very moment. That's how long I've seen her naked. I'm looking around for people to jump out and like laugh at me, but no, this ain't happening. This ain't no TV show. She's straight up very hairy, very naked, no clothes around her. And then I realized I have to just do this. Screw it. So I put those damn patches on. And she tries to make small talk, and I just want to get out. So once I put those patches on her back, I started to leave the room. She puts on her robe, finally, then says, I think I have something that might fit you. I don't wear it. Now, my mind, being all curious, I've already seen her naked. She already knows I squirt. What does she have for me? She goes over to that dresser, opens up that drawer, shuffles it around a little, and then she grabs this old looking red nightie and hands it to me. Now, let's pause here. I already now embarrassed myself with the noise I made. She had commented about the ceiling fan falling on her. She had a conversation with me about being a squirter. I have seen her completely naked and even helped her place patches on her body. And now this woman is giving me a red nightie? This is officially fucked up. But then I have that light bulb. It just shines in my mind. I'm like, oh my God. I'm going to take this awkward situation I am having right now, and I'm going to make it even more awkward. I am going to wear this red nightie and mess with Tony. And then as soon as my mind hits that, and I smile a little, she says, don't tell my son I gave this to you. That would be cruel. I said I wouldn't. In my mind, I was smiling like hell, and I thanked her as I finally escaped that room. But would that really be cruel? Because I think it would be more cruel as just sitting there putting white patches on her naked ass body. But whatever. I went upstairs with that red nightie. I sat on his bed, just staring at him. I was going to leave. I was going to wake up and leave. But now I got this red nightie. And why not surprise him with it? And if I'm going to surprise him with a red nightie, heck, I'm going to surprise him with a clean room. So with that being said, I started working on cleaning his room. And then, a few minutes go by, maybe 10 minutes, I don't even know. But I heard footsteps getting closer to me. And his mother just comes up and says, his room hasn't been cleaned in a while. Guys. And then gives me some garbage bags. Reminds me again not to say anything to Tony about that nightie. Oh, I promised her I wouldn't. Oh, Joan. And then after I got all the garbage out and vacuumed and did all the finishing touches, I needed to hurry my ass up into that shower before he came home because this was going to happen. I needed this to happen. So I got into that shower. I put that nightie on. And then I'm just laying there, impatiently waiting for him to get home. So I'm laying on his bed in a now nicely cleaned room with my new red nightie that his mama used to wear. This was going to be amazing. Yes, I have a twisted sense of humor. And guess what? I promise you, I will never apologize for that. I am sarcastic. I have a twisted mind. And that, to me, ladies and gentlemen, is how we should live life. So I hear his truck pull up. And I start geeking out. I'm like, oh, my heart's just pumping. I got to get this done. And it's game time. He walks into the room. And he sees me. Smiles. That sexy freaking smile that he still has. Ugh. Then makes a comment about his room. He had a puzzled look when he looked at his room, I ain't gonna lie. But he jumped in that shower as quick as he could, because he had some business to attend to. While he's in the shower, I started wondering if this was going to actually be a good idea. But I couldn't back out now. I am not a quitter. This is going to work. He will love this red nightie. Thank you, Mama Joan. I had invested way too much time into this. Now let's just hope this works. So he comes into that room with those sex me eyes. That's what I call him anyway. He is loving all of this. My twisted mind is loving it all too. And when I felt like I had him good and ready, and I mean, girls, you know that when you get them good and ready, I whisper, "Do you like this?" As I pull at my new red nightie. He kisses me hard and then says, "Oh, yes, I fucking do." And I sit up. Now I'm sitting up on him, so I'm straddling him. And I look into his eyes. I smile because I know what I'm going to say. And I lean down and I kiss his neck and I say, "Good. I'm glad you like it. Because this is your mother's. She gave it to me today." I cannot tell you what happened next because all I remember is flying in the air and then my elbow being hurt and laying on his freshly cleaned floor. Because that man, he just took me and threw me off of him like I was yesterday's garbage. So I'm glad I cleaned. But, oh my God, did that feel hilarious. I cannot tell you, I was uncontrollably laughing my ass off. I could not stop. He is freaking out on me. He is calling me all kinds of names like, "Are you fucked up? Are you messed up?" Yes. Yes, I am. I am. Did you not see our first date? Of course I am. I just met your mom. She's crazy too. You like crazy. You love crazy. Why are you sitting there complaining to me? All I know is I couldn't stop laughing. He's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And I couldn't stop laughing. I cannot stress that enough. I tried replying to him everything when he did ask me what the fuck is wrong with me. But I don't even know if I got that out because I was laughing so hard. Now, after giving that nightie, I waited all damn day to do this. And it worked out perfect to me. So, guess what, ladies? I win. Joan wins. Thank you, Joan. After I calmed down, and he stopped, yelling at me and all that, and asking me why I had to scar him like that. Dude, I was scarred today. Why are you acting like you're scarred? I needed to fix my mistake. I call it that, but I don't think it was really a mistake, even to this day. But because he's going to be listening to this, baby, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. So I took that nightie off, and I told him I couldn't resist. It was given to me. I was told not to tell you, and all my ears heard were, "Fuck with Tony, fuck with Tony." It was already uncomfortable, so why not share the uncomfortable with him? I laid by him, tried very hard not to slip into a giggle, and we finished what we started without the nightie. Hours later, he questioned me about cleaning his room. Something about me snooping and whatnot. I wasn't really listening, obviously. I told him I wanted to surprise him. And, if his mom's going to give me a red nightie, I need to have a clean room, too. Then he asks me where his paper shredder was. What the fuck? I don't know where your paper shredder is. I didn't see one when I was cleaning. I just saw this, black, nasty-looking can. Well, it wasn't a black, nasty-ass looking can. It was a paper shredder. And I threw that. It was already outside. I threw it away. Then we laid there, now both laughing at my prank. And did I say I was a little fucked up? Yes. And he agreed. And I agreed that it was still hilarious. But now looking back at this, he tells me it was messed up that I was still in his house. And that I cleaned his room when we just started getting to know each other. He literally told me this the other day when I was talking about this episode. And he ain't wrong. I mean, I'm now going to be 40 and I'm thinking, why did I do that? I wasn't snooping. I saw some really messed up stuff that he won't let me share. I want to, but I can't. But I can, maybe. No, he's going to be listening. I can't. I saw some messed up stuff. I will say one pocket pussy flung out at me when I got his crusty ass sock out of his, side of his bed. But that's all I'll share. Maybe he didn't want me to see that. I don't know. I really don't care. A guy has needs too. But, yes, it is messed up I cleaned his room. No, girls, you should never try to do that. Don't snoop around. That is their business. Let it be their business. And plus, now I'm a mom with 5 boys. I'm a boy mom. Do not go in that room. But as a boy mom, those sheets stunk. Stunk, just like my boy's sheets stink. So, girls, if you have to clean the sheets, clean those. Leave the rest of it for the man. But I do think now I was messed up for doing that. I should have never went through his room. We literally just met. But I would still, to this day, prank him with his mother's red nightie. As a matter of fact, every time, February comes rolling around, I look at some of those red nighties and I'm like, But I really don't want to be thrown on the ground again. I'm older now. I might actually break my hip. I'm not even sure. I probably would because my knee needs to be replaced. But I would still prank him. Why? Because I am a little messed up. And I love me some twisted sense of humor. And I just want to put this out there. Fun fact. I love doing fun facts. But fun fact, he still didn't run away from me. So really, who is the messed up one? I mean, think about it. Just saying. So I just now want to say thank you to everyone for listening to me share my crazy. Maybe I'm not the only one out here. Come on, people. Or maybe I just gave out some great ideas to all those ladies that are listening. Come back next week, Tuesday, for some more crazy. Now go out there and do this world a favor. Embrace the weird and make normal boring again. Bye.